It's July 23rd, 2024, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and the simulation in which we're all living keeps getting glitchier and glitchier. Just when we thought we got all the crazy out of our system last weekend, there was some crazy left over for this weekend. Sunday was National Ice Cream Day, a fitting day for President Joe Biden to be informed that he would be dropping out of the 2024 presidential race, melting away into the annals of history like a fallen ice cream cone on a hot sidewalk in July. President Biden said that despite dropping out of the race, he will remain president and promised to continue running the country into the ground. The president plans to let his dog Commander run wild for the next 6 months and bite anyone he wants. Vice President Kamala Harris is the presumed Democratic fill-in nominee. She has Biden's endorsement, the endorsement of many other high-profile Democrats, and she's not yet old enough to collect Social Security. And now, with renewed optimism, Democrats are hopeful that Kamala will become the first female president since Jill Biden. And so brings to an end the political career of Joseph Robespierre Biden, which is not his middle name. Whew, what a difference a week makes. President Biden is no longer running for re-election, and somehow former President Trump still is running for re-election. The FBI searched the phone of would-be Trump assassin Thomas Crooks and discovered his final online search was for pornography. It makes sense to rub one out before the Secret Service rubs you out. In Congress, the left and the right finally agreed on something: the sheer ineptitude of Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle. Cheadle resigned on Tuesday after getting absolutely torched by everyone in the House of Representatives on Monday. Did Thomas Crooks act alone? I don't know. How many spent shell casings were on the roof? I don't know. Why was the roof Crooks shot from left completely unprotected? I don't know. More questions. Did President Biden have a stroke in Las Vegas last week? Who wrote the letter saying Biden wasn't going to run for re-election? Why was Biden not seen at all for almost a week? Who's running the country? And why is everyone in the government and the media acting like this is all normal stuff? We are living in the strangest timeline. Warner Brothers Discovery announced that they will be forced to lay off 1,000 employees. The workers were laid off because of cost-cutting measures and sexual harassment. Ernest Hemingway fans gathered in Key West, Florida to celebrate the author's 125th birthday. It was the largest gathering of aggressive, drunken, old white men since the Republican convention in Milwaukee last week. And in Morgantown, West Virginia, they celebrated the 100th birthday of Don Knotts on Sunday. Yay! Gee, I wonder why there wasn't a Don Knotts lookalike contest. Be sure to comment down below whether you preferred the Don Knotts or the Norman Fell and Audra Lindley seasons of Three's Company. And while you're rooting around down there, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We appreciate all of you who watch Sketchworks NewsBrake, and liking and subscribing really does help us out. We have a live show opening in 10 days. Holy crap, 10 days at Limelight Theater here in Atlanta. Sketchworks Plus pokes fun at all things related to streaming television. So if you're in Atlanta, get some tickets and come see us. And that ends this week's gratuitous. Last week, the Republican National Convention, or GOP-Con, was held in Milwaukee, the birthplace of Liberace. Trump arrived with the worst wound dressing I've ever seen. Looks like he fell asleep on a dime bag of cocaine. Cocaine news! Nope, no, stop, no. There's no cocaine news this week. Don't get excited. I was just making an observation, that's all. Cash-strapped former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani was also in attendance at the convention, and in true Rudy Giuliani style, he fell flat on his ass. Police in Florida warned citizens to not take pictures with a bear who was sulking on the side of the road and appeared depressed. Police say he became depressed after realizing that the Democrats' best hope for the White House was Kamala Harris. Darren Walker, president of the Ford Foundation and named by Rolling Stone magazine as one of the 25 people shaping the future, announced he is stepping down as president of the Ford Foundation. He too has endorsed Kamala Harris as his replacement. Casio computers in Tokyo have reported that electronic piano sales have risen steadily for adult men in Japan over the past 4 years. It seems Japanese men had to change their pastime activity during lockdown, as there were no women on public transportation for them to grope. A new report shows that in the last 5 years, tampon prices have nearly doubled. Because when you put tampon dispensers in men's bathrooms, you're basically forcing us to have lightsaber fights. Whoa, 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 whoa. A new medication study finds taking the antibiotic doxycycline on a daily basis may prevent sexually transmitted diseases in high-risk groups. And by high-risk groups, they mean sluts. Speaking of STDs, Olympic athletes are gathering in Paris this week. Is it me, or does the Paris Olympics logo resemble silent film star Louise Brooks? I guess it's just me. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. She's my gold medal Olympic logo. What?
We are here today to throw our support behind Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm clapping. You don't have to.